My people, welcome. What's up, Jake? How you doing, brother? All right, let's get directly into it. Welcome, Anneli. Welcome. Let's get into it. We got 9 minutes until news are dropping. So first and foremost, where we're standing today, we have the Fear and Greed Index at about, I think, 31 or something like that. Let's see what we can get at 33. So we're still in fear. We got liquidity charts. I want to just take a quick look. Before you have a major event or some expecting a major move, you do want to know where we are, what the situation is. And as of course, a technical analysis, understanding if there's some fundamentals that will affect it, and watching the liquidity. So on-chain data, of course. So what we can see is that we have most liquidity on sell side, but it's pretty well balanced out. Yeah, looks good. So next liquidation level on the bull side is at 88.37. All right, sorry, 88.37T. And that's on the bull side, and on the bear side, it's 86.240. So it's important to write it down or mark it down. 88.370, for example, we can mark it out easily here. 88.370, it's up here. Boom. So always mark out the zones where you have major liquidity the market might want to hit. That's on the bull side. On the bear side, we have 86.240. 86.240. So let's say, for example, the news comes out bullish. Market can easily just, dump down quickly here, grab liquidity, and then start pushing up. Or the opposite also. We will see right now, actually. I will remove this. I wanted to call out the sell on there, but yeah. It is what it is. Market looks weak for me. Just in general, like this, it looks for me like we're going down. The technicals tells us that we're going down. We broke this trend line here. We have this massive bearish wedge here, or you can even call it a bearish flag. And we are right now testing the bottom of it. We have this key support level that stretches from about 86,300 up to 86,850 approximately. We are retesting it right now. We have tried to break below it several times. I think that we are going to do it now, depending on how the GDP data comes out. As you see, as I said before, we broke this previous support, this dotted line, came back up, basically retested it, and now we breaking down lower. So I think what's going to happen is, if the news comes up bearish or neutral, is that we're going to start working our way down and break out of the support here. Then we're going to jump off this order block here at about 85,400, bounce up again, and then back down again. But the first drop, if it drops, we will bounce off the 86,240, I think it was. Yeah, 86,240. And we will push up a little bit from there. We will see. We might get stuck inside this range here between 86,240 and 86,800. We take it step by step. As we know, these markets are highly unpredictable. And that's that. And whatever BTC does, then we can watch what the other alts are doing. But if we look at them just generally like this, XRP has been weak. I don't know why it's so weak, but it has been very weak and it has been dropping a lot. It did a nice liquidity sweep here. XRP, to be honest, it looks set right now to push up because of this liquidity sweep that it did just here. All right, so we will see, but it depends. If BTC, of course, pushes down, it will drag XRP with it down. We have an extreme order block on XRP. It's at 230. All right, it starts at 230, stretches all the way down to 225. Right here. I call it an extreme order block because it's basically, it has led to an extreme move in the market, an extreme impulse move, and it did a liquidity sweep just before. So that's that. So XRP actually, to be honest, if you're looking at a bull case, XRP is one of the most interesting right now. But then we got SUI. SUI is interesting. SUI it's been pulling back a little bit. I took a little sell, to be honest, on SUI. But now I'm like back and forth if I should do it, if I should call it off or not. I will show you the sell in a minute. It's on the copy trading account, because you see these wicks. Pop, 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 pop. So these wicks are sellers trying to push down, but buyers taking over, buyers winning. I call them exhaustion wicks. They are always like the first sign that momentum is shifting. We have 3 minutes left. Okay, so with 3 minutes left, we jump into the news and see what the news are bringing us. First and foremost, before we do that, I just want to see the outflow, inflow, BTC, ETFs, inflow. So the inflows continue. We've had crazy outflows the last couple of weeks, but now the inflows have really picked up, and that's good. That means that Wall Street is bullish on Bitcoin, not on XRP though. And that's that. But one thing to distinguish, I used to do this mistake myself before, is that this is not BlackRock. Or for example, IBIT, that's BlackRock's ETF. But that they are buying crypto here or Bitcoin doesn't mean that BlackRock, it's not BlackRock speculating in it. It's their investors, ETF investors that wants Bitcoin, and therefore the orders are placed and BlackRock accumulates it. All right, so to the news before it drops. We have in 2 minutes, I think it's even shorter. Yeah, you see it here, 1 minute 40 seconds. We have final GDP quarterly. All right, it's important. The quarterly is always important. So whatever is bad for the US economy is good for crypto. Because it means we're getting closer to QE. Because QE, quantitative easing, or money printing as everybody knows it as, is the way for Western economies or modern economies to push in liquidity to the system to boost the economy. It's been done hardcore since 2008, since the great financial recession 2008. And sooner or later, this bubble will burst, but for now it's still holding. This is what Trump wants. He wants to get QE on, so the money printer goes on again. In the same time, so this one, we want to see it come out lower, at least not higher. Higher will tank the market. Unemployment claims, we need to see it come out higher. So higher unemployment, unfortunately, for the Americans is good for us, all right? Now let's see if I can do something here. See if we can watch the news and the chart in the same time. We go to the 5 minutes. No, that didn't work out. All right, pending. News should drop now. GDP came out, higher than expected. Wait, am I seeing this right? One second, guys. All right, GDP came out higher than expected, and unemployment came out basically as expected, a little bit lower actually. So I'm expecting market to tank. If this gets market pumping, then that's funny, but we know that everything is opposite these days. But yeah, so why is it showing me the wrong date? Boom, apply settings, perfect. Okay, cool. So y'all see the news here. BTC is pushing up a little bit. We got positive numbers for the GDP, which is good for the American economy, but this is not good for crypto. And this means that we are further away from getting the QE started, all right? And as we know and spoke about before, now the 1st of April, they start reducing the speed of QT. And that is also very important, of course. It starts by reducing the speed of QT, and then we get into QE, all right? Unemployment came out a little bit less than expected, basically no difference. Now, with all of this, we got to take an aspect also different other things. We have, where is it? Trueflation. The inflation is actually increasing a little bit. And you know that, like what I've been saying about the 10-year treasury note, that the yield needs to come down. This is what Trump wants. He is tanking the economy on purpose, the tariffs back and forth, to get this one down. But he's not succeeding right now. Why is that? It's because countries all over the world are dumping the treasury notes, all right? So the yield goes up to make it more attractive. This is not good for crypto, but we will see what happens. We will see if we manage to get it down. Now, here's the thing. Because the news came out bearish, I'm looking at shorts, okay? So we will see how my SUI position is doing. Okay, funny. I will actually close this SUI long. I don't even know what I have it on. Closing this one. We will leave the short. So SUI, I shorted SUI just now. Yeah, guys, do whatever you want to do. Don't copy what I do. This is risky moves. But anyway, why I shorted SUI right now is because SUI is very overextended. Doesn't matter what bullish fundamentals it's had. It is very overbought. People have FOMO'd into it. And here we have broken this low. We have taken out this low, come back and retested it. And it's an order block as well. Here you got an order block. This is the order block that dumped or that took SUI down from 2.73 down to 2.71. So you see market came up and rejected that order block. So what I will do now is I will let this position be. If market comes a little bit up, I will add to this position. Right now, I'm just keeping it as it is, this sell position. In the same time, if you have been with me, did anybody of you here on the live take the Aave sell that I took? Or that I called out in the chat, in Telegram? Anybody? Here's the trade anyway. Smashed all TPs. We obliterated it. But what I want to say with this Aave trade, for example, is because I know a lot of y'all are impatient. So first and foremost, I gotta say the trade is still running. Here you see it, active. And now I'm just waiting for this thing to start to dropping even more. I might actually add a little bit to it. My entry was up here. So if you guys remember, we sniper entryed this one. Like we took it on the dime. And even the exit was on the dime actually. So I took the sell here, but now I've added to the position. So my average entry has gone down from 189 all the way down to 185. And now I'm looking at adding even more to this position, but we'll see. Take it one step at a time. As you can see, market is hesitating a lot. BTC is starting to push down. And that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see BTC start pushing down, leaving this big wicks behind. That is very good. The only thing I'm afraid of why I don't now directly press the sell button is because we have strong support here, strong order blocks, strong support. So it is pushing the market up first. Second of all, you guys, if you've been with me on the live streams, you have seen bullish news. What happens? We get this whoop and then mega tank. Bearish news, the opposite. So I just want to see if this really is happening, if these exhaustions are real and market will start pushing down. Very likely, but we don't know for sure. And the first level, like I said before, if we push down, is 86,240. 86K240 for one Bitcoin. Let's see what the whales are doing. Shorting, selling. Closed long, open short, closed long, closed short, open short, closed short. So everybody, a majority has either closed their long position or opened a short position. Especially, oh damn. Very unevenly. Like you see here, 765 and 896 on the buy side, on the short side. So it's very, very evenly distributed. So, right now it's a battle between these two, and market doesn't really know where it wants to go. Looks like Sui will give us a good entry. And I want to take the entry from here. That would be beautiful. And here's the thing. So we're going back to the BTC chart. Sorry for being back and forth, but we got to clear one thing out. I'm looking at the BTC chart for a little sell right now, right? But here's the thing. I don't think it's so little. I think that this BTC sell actually needs to take out all the liquidity stacked up here. So I think we're coming down to at least like 81 and a half, something like that. Come test 82, 80, 81 and a half at least. We might probably dip much lower than that. I dropped a prediction this morning. I don't know if it's left here. Nah, it's gone. Yeah, but anyways, that is what I see like on a bigger term, but we'll see. Just waiting for this entry to happen so that we can take the sell together. Right now, market is struggling to push this thing up. I don't think it's going to push up. Doesn't look so. Gold, how did it react? It's okay. NAS, okay. Yeah, bro, I trade on Bitnix. Yeah. So use the link in the description box below. That's our partner link, and that will grant you up to 5,500 USDT in sign up bonus or deposit bonus, and you're supporting the community. Is anybody of you in any trade? Let me know. Has anybody of you taken any trade yet? All right, Masui is back to the entry on the sell. If I add to it, I want to see it push up a little bit more. I want to see it come to a more discounted position. Is anybody of you in any trade, or have you taken any trade today? By the way, I got to start call out gold because, man, I've been smashing gold lately. And now we're just waiting for this all-time high on gold. That's the green line here. So what very possibly can see happen? With these news that came out, they were actually bearish for gold as well, just like Bitcoin. So we don't know. Are you short on SUIT as well? All right, cool. Did you take it now, Jay, or did you take it earlier today? Think this thing is going to drop. We'll see. So yeah, man, I want to call it out like this. What do you guys think? Should I call it out in the Telegram? Why I'm hesitating is it's still a little bit risky, especially with SUI. It had so much bullish momentum, but it's also very overextended. And it needs to come back and retest the zone. I think it can come down all the way to this order block here. And then from there, bounce up. What's BTC doing? I see BTC is much more hesitant. Ethereum is more bullish. XRP, I'm always trying to look like, for example, I look at BTC and then I look at which altcoin is more willing to drop right now. Like you can see sometimes the weak ones that are compared to BTC, for example, are more willing to drop. And yeah, SUI is definitely not one of those. But yeah, like I said, TON. Here we have something. Look at this. I think we found our goose. By the way, y'all know that our project is on TON. Okay, I'm maybe taking this back. It's on the TON blockchain. So TON is our homies. Let's do it like that, man. That's a choppy order block, man. That is a very choppy order block. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, let's do like this. Boom. Okay, so it's bearish right now, but man, overall, TON is bullish, to be honest. Been on a mega tier. All right, guys, this is it. I'm shorting Tau. I just found the goose. So SUI will just be an extra trade, but I'm going for Tau. I will explain it in a couple of seconds. I just want to take it before the opportunity runs away. Here we have it. Boom. All right, cool. Short. We have 5x. No, what is this? $10x. No, sorry. We got short 10x. And we will be easy. We're starting with 15%, maybe even smaller, 10%. Okay, that was too small. I will add a little bit to it. It's a small position, but in the same time, I got short on SUI and I got short on Aave also. So it's like all of these add up. Normally I don't like to spread it out like this, but I will do it now because Aave is just because, you know, it's a small position that I had for a long time. And SUI, just speculating on that it's very overextended in this sell situation. And Tau because it's really signaling that it wants to go down. So like with this exhaustion wick here, I love to see these kind of wicks. So by the way, for y'all that don't understand what I'm talking about, whenever you see an order block on the left side, you have an order block. So let's focus on this order block here. First and foremost, why is this an order block? It's an order block because it made, market came, stalled on this order block, and then it pushed market below these lows, all right? So it broke something. My first rule of order blocks, it has to break something. Second of all, of course, leave institutional candles behind. Have a manipulation wick is also a very good thing. And that's basically it. Create a good impulse move. And you see market dropped really good after that. So now what happened? Market came in to this order block, stopped, dragged all the liquidity all the way up almost to this wick here. And now it's trying to push down. But this trade, just so you understand, to be conservative and do this risk-free, you want to take it from here. All right? So normally, I take it live here with y'all because I know I can call it off at any moment if it doesn't do what I want it to do. But as a signal, I would be very hesitant to call it out because it needs to take out at least this low here first, create bearish market structure. What I think will happen now, looking at this, I think it, like, this wick here is not enough. I think if it's not a lot of bearish momentum, I think market will pull up a little bit, halfway into this wick, make everybody shit their pants, and then from there, it will start going down. Because normally it loves to feel like at least 50% off the wick. I agree, brother. It's fun to do it together, man. It's fun to do it together when it goes good. It's not always the case, but most often, yes. It's much easier also for me to do it together with y'all, to live trade than to call out trades. Because if I call out a trade to you, I have to watch it all the time. You understand what I mean? I feel responsible there. Here, we live together. Let's say it starts to do something that I don't like. I can directly say, guys, let's abort this trade. I'm out of it. Or opposite, it's going good, it does what I like, I'm adding more positions to the trade, because that happens also. Sometimes I add, like, let's say for example, now this market does exactly what I wanted to do. It breaks this, come back, retests this. I see BTC is super bearish. I'm adding positions. My average entry will come down. That is okay. With that said, so Sui is still stalling, hesitating. Want to see this thing here drop? How is Aave doing? Aave is starting to push down a little bit. I will not add anything to it because we already have two other sell positions. We're not gonna, do too much. Sui came back up, retested resistance, former support as resistance now. We have 10 minutes left on this 50-minute candle, so that is a bit dangerous. Anything can happen. What is BTC saying? BTC is starting to move its way down. Good. We like this. So like I say, the only thing worrying me is that these market manipulators start, selling the news, or in this case here, buying. We sell, they're buying it up from us, and therefore the market doesn't go down. And if it happens, it's actually a very good sign, because that means that they are accumulating and they are getting ready to, launch the markets, which I think will happen on Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday, we have the FOMC decision on QT, on slowing down QT that I was talking about before. That is implemented on the 1st of April. And at the 2nd of April, we have the tariffs being implemented. All right. And these tariffs, man, there's a lot of back and forth with this. We will see how it goes. But yeah, that's the situation right now. Funny that BTC stalled so much, or is stalling so much. No, come on, drop, man. This is mega choppy. Very hard to say where to put the take profit, because like you can put take profit at 100 different places here. I think we'll just have to go with the fib and see where we have confluence. And right now I see the confluence here. Yeah, starting to drop. Both Tau and Sui, on the other hand, are hesitating a lot. And by the way, why I picked Tau also, I forgot to say that. It's because of this here. You guys know it by now if you've been with me for a while here. Bearish flag or pennant, call it what you want to call it. But I love these patterns because they are like 80% accurate. And if you have like a wick above taking out liquidity, then it's even more accurate. So this for me looks very nice, but we need to see it break down first. All right, I'm just preparing the trade here because I think I will call this one out. But I just need to get some more confirmation on that the market really wants to drop, so we don't get the same situation like with Sui yesterday. Wicked us out and then went. All right. That's our trade. How's BTC doing? It's chopping. All right, let's do it. Let's call it out. I'll call this out in the Telegram channel, and then we'll see. There. All right, it's going. Yeah, man. Yasin, welcome, bro. Everything is going down. As you see, we're shorting the market right now. Still a little bit unsure. News came out bearish. All right, news came out bearish for crypto. We had positive GDP numbers, quarterly GDP numbers for the US, which is negative for crypto. And we had less unemployment, which is also negative for crypto. And right now, BTC is showing the way down. We wanted to drop. We shorted the markets. Our SUI is doing, it's starting to do okay. Our Tau is starting to do okay. We're good. Our AVE is killing it since beginning of the week, or was it last week? So we're good like that. All right. Now, all we want to do now, we just want to see this thing drop further. So SUI, by the way, like super basic price action here. Market pushes up, does a pullback, creates another higher high, all right? Higher low, higher high. What did it do here? It took out that higher low, created a lower low, came back up and retested it perfectly. So this is like textbook example, school book example. How much is a very good question. I think we're going down to about 82K at least. I think we need to become even Steven with this pattern here. Clear up all the liquidity that's trapped below. So I think we're coming down at least to 8250. Sorry, 82,500, I mean. At least. Where that will puts Tau, I don't know. Our Tau cell and our SUI cell, I have no idea. But yeah, we'll see. So what I do, and by the way, like you see me marking out take profits like I did here on the Tau cell. But the thing is, I do it, but I look all the time at BTC. And if I see, like, for example, BTC starts turning, boom, then I close the trade. So I will never let a trade go on sell, for example, if I see BTC starting to turn bullish. Then I will close that sell. Doesn't matter if it's XRP, Tau, or whatever it is. Because BTC will always have the biggest influence on these cryptos. I should have just sold BTC. This thing is the most bearish right now. All right, guys. So we are in a Tau cell, and Jay, bro, you are in a SUI cell with me as well. I will leave it like that for now. I will keep you updated in the Telegram channel. I have to go prepare some food and other stuff. But with that said, guys, I appreciate it for watching. Don't forget to smash that like button. And I'll see you on the next one. And by the way, tomorrow I can't stream live because I'm out all day on meetings. So I won't be able to stream the PCE data coming out tomorrow. But guys, I want to remind you, PCE data coming out tomorrow. That will affect the market a lot. Expect major volatility. If it comes out anything higher than expected, market will dump. If it comes out lower than expected, market will pump. Okay? With that said, have a beautiful day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.